Hey, what's up, people? Hope you're doing well. Back again for another video. It's been a week or so since my last one, and I don't know if you caught it, but it was on a dilemma I was finding myself in while we were in that dip. We're still in it, but not as bad as when I was in the mid 100s. Which the dilemma I was in was if I take out more money from savings and invest in it, and I ended up compromising with myself, and I stuck with my guns and didn't dive into savings at all. Took a little bit out of checking, and bought a few, so I was able to take slight advantage of the really low prices of the Bob's bargain basement pricing as I saw it, and picked up a few. It didn't lower my coin average very much. Let's see where we are. 213 now. Wow. Never felt that 213 would actually make me breathe easier. No, just kidding. I don't breathe hard. I'm confident in all this. But so we're, let's see, a little over 3,000 down, which is way better than I was when we were in the 160s. I've said that I felt we're going to be between 320 and 350 at the end of the month. We still got 10 days or so we'll see if that happens. If not, my gut feeling was wrong. But we'll see. And also, I'm still waiting on my Litecoin t-shirt to come in. And hopefully, since it's been delayed, it's for a reason. And because when it gets here, I would love to have that coincide with making a video. And we're all in the green. You'll see why that would be poignant once I make that video. But anyway, I feel that hopefully by the end of the month, most of us will be in the green, and by the end of the quarter, everybody will be. But anyway, so in this video, I wanted to reach out to a couple of fellow vloggers, Tyler S. and Walter Whitepaper. Both do phenomenal jobs. Their videos blow mine out of the water. And Tyler and I, on one of his videos, we were trading messages, and we were both saying that we were looking forward to the day when we can make a video that was just pure and utter joy and elation. And, because right now it seems that most of our videos are trying to instill some positivity, for me, some humor, and, just support the community, which is excellent. There's nothing negative about what we're doing at all. There's no downside whatsoever. So anyway, I just thought that was funny that we both were like, I'm thinking the same thing, about can't wait until I make a video that's just pure happiness. Anyway, so aside from that, happy 2-year anniversary, young man, to you and your lady. And then my next fellow vlogger that I wanted to speak to is Walter Whitepaper's, and he did it. I don't know if it's the last video or a recent video on SWOT, which I wanted to address. But first off, I wanted to say excellent job on the mock commercial for LitePay. That was superb, man. I really enjoyed it, and well done. But regarding SWOT, for those of you who don't know, it's an acronym that businesses use. I work in marketing, so I've actually had to write a couple of them for past companies. But it stands for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. And Walter had given his view, and forgive me if some of mine overlap, but for strength, the first thing that pops out is community. I feel that the Litecoin community is very cool. It's very diverse, as far as age groups, occupations, goals on what we want to do. I think that it's really good. And I really want to give a shout out to the Litecoin YouTube community, because you guys are by far more positive than Facebook or Reddit or the other the other sources that I read. And you can get great information, and there certainly are some fun people to read on there. But as a whole, I prefer the YouTube community vastly better. And I feel another strength is the team. Charlie and his team and the foundation. I just kind of like the fact that they seem to place more emphasis on strategy and implementation over pumping something that's unconfirmed or so forth. It definitely has big picture in my view, as opposed to instant gratification. Nothing wrong with instant gratification. We all like that. But I think when we're talking about investing. Definitely big picture is much more professional way to go about things. Weaknesses, I feel that probably the biggest one is for crypto as a whole. And that's that volatility scares mainstream people. You know, you see like when you open up your homepage or Facebook or whatever, you'll see Bitcoin plunges. But what you don't see is 48 hours later, Bitcoin back to normal. Yeah, you never see that. So I think that since we're such a minuscule part of the people in the world that actually know about this, much less are involved in it, I think I've seen numbers that we're like 1%. I have no idea what we are, but we're definitely a speck of sand in terms of who is even aware of crypto, could tell you what Ripple is, or Litecoin or Ether. You know, more people know Bitcoin just because it's the brand name and the first one in the market, but and the most highest value. But anyway, I think that the volatility is probably the biggest weakness of crypto as a whole, just because when it scares Main Street people off. You know, I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I've talked about in other videos how I've had two businesses in my 30s, and one was very successful, one was medium, but I said that I can definitely I feel for what Charlie says when he says that Litecoin's his baby, because I went through exactly that feeling too with my first business. It was totally my baby. But anyway, my point is about entrepreneurs. One trait that entrepreneurs must possess is being comfortable with uncertainty. And I feel that the vast majority of people in mainstream, populace, they're not comfortable with uncertainty. And so I feel that that's the weakness. And anyway, I forgot. The biggest strength of this for me is it's fun. And that probably ties into me being an entrepreneur, because this is a lot of fun to me. I don't make videos about other investments. I don't communicate with fellow vloggers asking them their mindset and insight on my other stuff. So this is a lot of fun. So real quick, before I get into opportunity, which is a special one, the strengths, the community, and the team. Weaknesses, the volatility, kind of scaring off mainstream. You could possibly look at the team as a weakness. I personally don't. But with opportunity, this is interesting, because the very first thing I thought about when Walter asked me to reply, when I was thinking about the O, which stands for opportunity, I thought about the Chinese symbol for crisis. I think it's Wei Ji. And forgive me, I don't speak Mandarin or Cantonese, and I'm not sure if that is Mandarin or Cantonese. I do speak Thai, by the way. Jing Jing, my go ho. Sawadee Kap, Flong Putai Dai Mag Mag. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, so the Chinese symbol for that, Wei Ji, it's made up of two characters. One character means danger, and the other character means opportunity. So the way that they're looking at crisis is twofold. One is danger, as I said, and one is opportunity, which brings me to the O of SWOT. I feel that the strongest opportunity is, we're not getting in this at the beginning of the game, to make a sports analogy. I think us that have gotten in like last quarter of last year and missed the huge 5,000, 10,000% increases, we got in at like in the first quarter, if you're going to use a football analogy. So we're not, I still feel there's a lot of opportunity to make significant ROI. But we weren't starters in the game. But anyway, I feel that the biggest opportunity here is some people can actually reach some goals. It's very tangible for them to reach some goals that they might have, that whether it's paying off a student loan, supplementing your retirement, which is my case, or putting some for your child's college. Those are all very high quality goals. Some people want Lambos, which whatever, it's to each their own. but I wanted to touch upon those as I feel that those are very important. And you know, where else can, you know, if you have $5,000 to risk, um, where else can you put that and potentially turn it into 20,000 in a couple of years? Really nowhere. So there is a conceivable and tangible way, or opportunity, I should say, for people to become more secure. And it sounds kind of weird saying that, you know, you become more secure by taking this big risk, but if it pays off, some people can meet some goals that they've been hanging over their head, you know, worrying about. So I think that that's the biggest opportunity. Like I said, we're not in at the beginning. We weren't starters in the game, but we're in early enough to make very good ROI, much better than any other opportunity out there right now. And threat, I'd probably have to say that probably the only thing that really scares me over regulation, because that has to happen at some point, over government shutdown, because this whole thing is kind of opposed to, you know, government. I don't, that doesn't scare me as much as something coming out that is just usurps any need for anything else. I don't know exactly what that something would be, but take for instance, if Amazon or Alibaba came out with their own coin, they would automatically have a platform to make that coin the most valuable and render other ones, I won't say useless, but certainly not as attractive. So I would say that that would be the top threat that comes to my mind, is just something coming along that could render Litecoin, Bitcoin less valuable. So anyway, that's my response to SWOT. And keep making your videos, guys. I really appreciate them, and as do everyone else by reading the comments. But hopefully, like I said, on my next video, I'll have some good news, and I look forward to it. So peace, everybody. Later.